Well, hello everybody, welcome back to my Let's Play, episode 141 of the game known as Torment Tides of... I can never say it right, Numenera, however you say the name of the game. I'm IVATOPIA, and we just got this working, so let's click it and see what happens. Then we go back to using this. Rings of energy pulse around the stasis pod. There appears to be nothing inside it, but a control interface hovers a few centimeters off the surface at one end of the pod. Surprisingly, the words on the interface are written in the truth. You can understand them. There are several options, but most of them are dimmed out. The only two function options are check status and access data. Let's check status. Picture of the pod appears, the lid on the image is closed and flashing red. Several other places are on the image, the pod flash red as well. The text says, status pod empty. Error, self-diagnose, failed. Cannot open status pod. Primary function offline, data integrity 67. Press access to data. A list of records appear. Bloody hell, a lot of them appear. Several of them are crossed out with the word corrupted. Okay, that cuts it down a bit. Next to the name, most of the functioning records are mundane, like system integrity results or lists of lab equipment. But there are a number of functioning dated records labeled experimental notes. Is I still the experimental notes? Fudge, it is. Don't cut it down then. Access the first experimental note. An unfamiliar male voice reverberates throughout the room. Preliminary investigation suggests that Mazov was correct. The crystals of the Ascension bear the proportions we require to complete the resonance chamber. Is that what we were trying to fix ours to start with at the game? The game started with. The amulet proved invaluable in the reaching the place and may have other uses besides. So it will be some time before I can return to Dragonness or whatever. Much more experimentation is required before I can know for certain wherever the Ascension holds what I seek. Second one. The secretions of the crystal loop, whatever, are one of the few substances I found that can eat through the living crystal of the Ascension. I have had several larvae, larvae, brought here for the purpose. Dragicon exudes patience and regard to the amulet, but I've dealt with the Dragonins before. He will only remain patient for so long before he decides I have cheated him. No matter, I fear the sorrow more than I fear them. Is he trying to find a way to kill the sorrow off? That's that thing that's in my head, isn't it? It was trying to get me. Access the third experimental note. I have several experiments running simultaneously while I wait for the crystal to grow. True to their name, the crystallons have proven quite adaptable to this environment and invulnerable to this part of the process. The Ascension natives may prove useful as well. I've ignored them initially, for though their speaker is capable of communication, has proven useless in providing any real information. However, I have since seen other natives accomplishing some remarkable feats with the crystal itself, so I captured one for study. We shall see if there's more I can learn from it. So, several of the crystal larvae hatched prematurely and escaped. It's unclear how it happened, but I suspect that someone came looking for the amulet while I was buying supplies in Sagus. Now, no doubt they tampered with my machines in their effort to find it. The voice sighs. To prevent further sabotage, I have placed the amulet and remaining larvae behind the energy field. It's back there and work on it in. The power generator can open the field, but it only now requires a passcode. Secrets assure there is no further tampering. I'm not foolish enough to record that sequence here, but should something happen to me, such that I forget, the free genus cynics, whatever that word is, through the barrier center are the key. The voice says nothing more. If that was supposed to be a hint, its meaning is unclear. Perhaps it would make more sense when looking at the power generator itself. Okay, fifth. The escaped crystallooves are growing and breeding. They now constitute a serious threat to my work. He paused. I've built a device to emit sound waves at a very specific frequency. luring the creatures into dormancy. So far, it appears to be an effective countermeasure, but I shall have to keep careful watch to be sure. I must also make sure the power generator does not experience any interruptions, lest they wake again. Okay, fifth one, the sixth. The voice speaks between ragged breaths. This will be my last entry. Dragonan's patience has worn thin, as I knew it would. His agents are outside and will no doubt break through my defences momentarily. If they do, I will have to abandon this body. I don't know when I will be able to return, but I am... The voice cuts off. There is no more of this entry. So it's the Chasing God, isn't it? Access the 7th experiment notes. The voice on this entry is the same as the other entries, but it has none of the confidence from before. I don't know what's happening. I woke in this cave, surrounded by angry men, demanding something called an Analute. Yeah, it is. He's left the body, and then, assuming I'm not the real Changeling God, I'm just one of the echoes, it'd be like my character's waking up in that body, like, where am I? Isn't it? And now he's getting bombarded, like, what the hell? I don't know what's going on, because it's a different person. I don't know what it is, but they attacked me. I didn't know what to do, so I fought back. I killed them. The blood is everywhere. Some of it's mine, but most of it. I found these notes afterwards. When I was trying to figure out what was happening to me, I couldn't figure out how to retrieve the Analute, but those men were sent by someone called Dragonan. I don't know what any of this means. I'm going to find out, but I'm leaving this message in case I don't make it back. I don't know who will listen, but well, I figured I should leave something of me in here, somewhere in case I don't get very far. So, a minute. Close the list of records. Yep. Alright, so basically we're going to code to get into this, so we got to this now. Well, actually, before we do it, let's save. So if we do screw, we don't have to go back and read all that stuff again. Ha! I've tried to figure out the key to unlock the force field based on the clue. We can do that in a second. Touch the circular glyph, touch the glyph arrow. Okay, I'll do that. Knife 5, please! Yes! I was thinking to Milo, with 5% chance of fail, I get the 5%! The free genostates, whatever the word is, through the barycenter are the key. Watching the glyphs revolve around the central rune, the meaning suddenly becomes clear. The symbols increase and decrease in size as they move around the rune, travelling more quickly when they come close to it and slower when they are further away. They aren't revolving, they're orbiting, and the rune is the barycenter. The definition of the genolis, whatever, rise from the depths of your mind as well. It means a great circle track, the shortest line between the 2 points of a spear. On a hunch, you draw a line from each of the 3 symbols to the others, curving the line through the rune in the center. The symbols stop orbiting. Lines appear where your fingers drags across the interface. Soon you have the 3 curved lines connecting each of the symbols. 3 genolis, whatever, through the same barycenter. The interface appears replaced by an image of some kind of field projector. Triumph! You cut the power to the projector. Across the cavern, the force field deactivates. Yes.
Here comes the boredom slayer.
Okay, I'm gonna get stuff in here quick. So, these loot first. Come on, get the loot. I was gonna say, why are you not picking it up? Are you? Bloody hell, yes. Everyone else? Can he carry some? Non-combat tasks. Deals energy damage and confusion. Can he? Devouring shell. Consume movement. Shield armor. Okay, he's got 1 too many now. What about you? I think that's probably better. Oh, he can carry more. Kinda want to keep that stun thing. Non-combat tasks. Yeah, can he carry that? No, so someone has to take it. I'll take it then. Okay. Now we're in. Overright.
On it.
And quickly do this. Nestled among the crystal formation is a steel pod. Cables pass in and out of the pod, glowing with energy. Soon as you're within arm's reach, a shining interface materializes in the air between you and the pod. There are a few strange symbols arranged in a circle around a filigreed pentagon, similar to the tattoo on your head. Touch the symbol around the finger pentagon, place your hand on the pentagon, touch your own tattoo to the center. That should make more sense. Got it. As you draw closer, the filigreed pentagon glows more brightly. Your head becomes warm but not uncomfortable, so when it touches the light, you feel a small amount of energy flow out from you. The cables on the pod pulse quickly, and the top of the chamber opens with a hiss. The only item inside is a halogen circlet, a black as the sky beyond Mars, the magnet amulet. You remove it from the pod and take it with you. Yes! Chamber hisses shut and the interface vanishes. So is that? Okay, I was going to say. I was wondering if it was be one of them. It's not. Is it this? Finger cap. What's the envelope? Oh, it's under quest things. Okay.
Action! Here I come!
We got it! Yay! Now what? We have to go back. Return to Dragonute with the magnet amulet. Oh yeah! He's the one that wanted it originally. I don't even know where he is anymore.
Fine.
Guess we go back the way we came.
Yes. Now.
Run. Move it. Gotta keep and chill it. Make sure I don't pass them as I go through the levels. But we got what we came for, people. None of you are? Nope. Hey! Oh, great. They moved. So they go in a base that caused me to fight, aren't they? You ain't going anywhere unless you hand that over.
You've got it.
Bet you. Great. Bet yes, what's about to happen?
It's a plan.
So before we get there, we're gonna save. They're gonna. You stole it. Give it to us or something. It's gonna be a small fight area if it is a fight. Dorian bars your path with a slight, confident smile. Greetings again, Castoff. Whatever you did in that cave has caught the Changeling God's attention. He knows you're here now, and he has asked me to destroy your mind. He smiles, broadens. Do not resist. He asked you to destroy my mind, but I'm the Changeling God, so I didn't ask you to do that, so back off. Suddenly his pupils slide out of view, not up, but sideways, as bluntly as if they're being slapped. Yes, he says in the same casual tone. Of course, it won't be long now. His pupils return from the opposite sides. Oh, his eye pupils. I was reading it as he's moved to the side randomly and just moved back. It's his eye pupils. So that's how he talks to him. He said you weren't really a prophet. Won't be long until what? What just happened to your eyes? You weren't a prophet. I lied. Your father speaks to me, he says, pointing at a tiny device at the base of his skull. Too small to have noticed before. He has told me that he has need of your body, and I have learned over the years to trust what he says. Basically, because I have the item he wants, so he wants to take my body over to take my item. I think that's what's going on. A hint touches his eyes. It is time to return your father's property, Castoff. Give you one chance to run, just be smart. Enough of this. I am the Changeling God, and you have passed my test, Doran. He laughs, but the smile fades from his face as he realizes you're not joking. And in that moment of uncertainty, a memory rises through you like chill water. You're in a dark room, screens hang at angles around you. On them, Doran shivers beneath a tattered blanket. The vice on his skull grows hot. From the look on his face, painfully so. You doubt me, you say? You need proof that I'm here? Next time you doubt, you remember the pain. Vision fades, as they always do, but this Doran is groaning. His eyes have gone white once more. The Changeling God is speaking to him. I hear you, he moans, clutching his head. I hear you. Pupils return, sliding back to the place in fitful bursts. The voice in my head degrees, it says you are lying. Well, it was worth a try anyway. I don't fault you doubting me. I am Changeling God. Why? Are you doubting me again? He recalls tears coming to his eyes. No, 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 Holy One! He stammers. Hand flies to his head. Never, never again. He stumbles backwards, pulling at his followers. Confused, they follow him, glancing back at you with fear and awe. Silver tide rises. Never again, never again. We convinced him. Woohoo!
Yes.
Idiots. And before we go back here and look for Draggy, whatever, we got any episode here, I believe. So please like, please subscribe, please tune next time. I've been IVATOPIA. You've been awesome. Thank you for watching. Please put comments, please put likes if you can, and please share this video. And subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye, everybody.